Hello and welcome back to another edition of God, Family, and Country. This is Robert coming at you from an undisclosed location within the everlasting hills. So, true to the channel name, I'm going to do a different type of video. It's focusing on country, but don't despair. I am working on two other presentations relating to more of the religious God side of things. So, I know you've been patient. It's been a while since I put out a video. But I wanted to just start doing this because I have so many things that bounce around my head that I know about that others might not know. So this is the first of many to come. Fun, fascinating facts in history in under 5 minutes. So Fort Moultrie is what I'm going to talk about today, and you might recognize this particular photographic design, whatever you want to call it, and is actually the South Carolina state flag. And in the upper left-hand corner is a crescent moon, and right in the center is the palmetto tree, which is very prevalent throughout South Carolina. And so many don't know the origins of the South Carolina flag, but it goes all the way back to the Revolutionary War, and in fact, June 28, 1776. And there was a couple different designs. Again, right in the middle is the state flag of South Carolina and the Moultrie flag. There's two different designs. There's the Liberty flag that was flown throughout the Revolutionary War, especially in the early part, and they added the crescent moon. And over here to the right is the word liberty within the crescent moon. And kind of an interesting side note with that is the person who designed the flag, he was a very religious man, and he was actually the commander of the fort, which would later be named after him. He was a Major General Moultrie, and he was a very religious man. And in 1776, he saw the impending conflict that would occur. And seeing as it was the fort defending Charleston, which is a major port of entry not only for the southern colonies, but for the war in general, not only for the Americans, but also the British. And if the Americans were to get any sort of aid from European countries such as France, Charleston would be one of those key ports. Therefore, he came up with the design because, as we know, the celestial bodies represented the heavens. And so he wanted to, it was actually as he was trying to prepare for this conflict with the British that he saw, and especially with the Navy, it was at nighttime that he received the inspiration to build the fort in a very unique way. Again, imagine yourself going up against the most powerful army in the world, and a Navy in this particular case that hadn't lost a naval battle for hundreds of years. And so he received the inspiration at nighttime while he was out under the stars, and there happened to be a crescent moon. And so he ordered his men to construct the fort out of sand and the many palmetto trees trunks. And because of it, it actually helps it was an ingenious idea that helped to turn the tide of the battle. So as the British descended upon the fort and the city of the Charleston port, they bombarded heavily for almost 9 hours. And as you can see in this particular photo, this is Sergeant William Jasper actually re-erecting the colors, that Liberty flag with the crescent moon. And the attempt was failed. 9 hours, and the British had to retreat, and it wouldn't be until 1780 that the British finally, 4 years later, were able to capture the fort, and then the city wasn't even evacuated until 1782. Essentially, there was only a year left in the war, and at that point, it was not the key victory that the British wanted early on in 1776, even before the Declaration of Independence was signed. And so because of that, the fact that the design of the palmetto the palmetto trunks and the sand, it actually absorbed the impact of the shells from the warships. And so it was against all kind of engineering at the time and the train of thought as far as fort building was concerned when it came to bricks and mortar. And because of that, General, it's a legacy not to be forgotten. That it just goes to show that inspiration can come even in the most dire of circumstances. And so thanks for watching and thanks for listening. This has been your fun facts and history in under 5 minutes, and now you know.